Huh? Expand?
Yeah.
Got it. The short answer is yes. The long answer is, I think I think y'all have seen a lot of it on stage. It's funny because there are people that I idolize, you know? One of them just lost his life to suicide a couple days ago, Chris Cornell, rest in peace. There are people that I grew up sort of idolizing, and I've met a few, and it's been really funny, because some are really disappointing, and you're like, oh man, like you're not nice. Some are just, you know, they'll fart on you, and you're like, this is really weird, you know, like it's
friends forever.
I guess, right? But it's a fellow actress told me a story about her dad came to work with her, and she was shooting with Anthony Hopkins, and apparently her dad went up to Sir Tony Hopkins and was like chatting about whatever, politics or something, and Anthony Hopkins was amazing, like talked to him, yada yada, but she was mortified, and she was like, Dad, you can't just like walk up to Tony Hopkins. And he goes, her dad says, why? He's just breathing oxygen, like we are. And I was like, that's such a cool, like we're all in this fight together. You know, I'm on the stage, I guess, and I wear makeup for a living and tell a story, but I think we're all in the same position, right? So I think the same goes for everybody in that green room. We love y'all as much as y'all love us. Yeah, sorry.
That's okay, thank you.
Yeah, I don't know if that answered your question.
No, not really, but I get it. Think about it, maybe later you can tell us.
Thank you, maybe tomorrow. I sleep.
Hello.
Hi.
So, is there a characteristic of Sam that you are envious of, and one that you have but your character hasn't?
The one he has, I don't, and vice versa?
Yes, characteristic of your character.
You know, a lot of Sam, I think Sam, like season 1, 2, 3, was very much what the writers were writing. I think as 3, 4, 5, 6 started going on, I say this knowing Sam was soulless in 6, but I think the writers sort of, how do I word this? So a good writer, a good television writer, a good movie writer, television, will look at your strengths, look at who you are as a person, and start writing your character better to that character. Like Lauren Graham, Lorelai on Vingadores. Amazing. But she is very much Lorelai. She's super smart, super funny, super quick, and so the character, you know, she probably booked the role because she was so similar to Lorelai, and then Lorelai became like Lauren. So I feel like I booked the role because I was similar to Sam, and then Sam became like Jared. But I feel like one of the things that Jared has dealt with y'all's help, is not questioning himself so much, myself. So, I know, it's a weird double edge. Not really. So Sam still deals with a lot of issues that Jared has had the love and support to not have to deal with, though it's my nature to deal with those things. So I feel as far as like what's different is Jared feels more comfortable with himself than Sam does for the first time in a long time, you know. Similarities. They both have really luscious hair. Just kidding. Well, one of the things I liked about Sam from the get is that he was an intellect. You know, like he loved to read, he loved to study, and so I feel like that's a similarity. Like when I get into something, I like to learn about it. I like to read about it. So I feel like that's a similarity.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for the beautiful memories.
Thank you. Of course.
I was wondering, what do you think Sam admires the most about him?
I mean, so much. Sorry. Probably the will to keep going, the drive to keep putting one foot forward. It's funny because it's kind of going back to that question, her question. Like what Jared admires is when somebody, through all adversity, all odds, all troubles and tribulations, trials and tribulations, I really respect people who keep going, always keep fighting. Right? So I think probably Sam loves that Dean always keeps fighting. You're very short. I mean, really short. Or invisible. I don't know what's going on, I'm nervous. Oh.
Sorry, I'm going to run up just because we were told to go and sit down because you were nearly finished, but...
Fuck yeah.
I'm here now. One of the things I find really hard about the big summer break is that Sam and Dean are kind of like mates we hang out with every week, and it's like we don't get to see them for ages and we're wondering what's going on with them. Do you miss Sam when you're on your break, or are you just glad to get away for a while?
That is a great question.
Thank you.
Yeah. I do. Like, that's one of the reasons why I keep saying yes to the show. I love Sam. He's not Jared. But I know him, you know? Like, I know him as much as you guys do. Even more in some ways, I suppose. Less in some ways. I think y'all know Sam more than I do, because you see his actions. But I know Sam for his motivations and his heart. I'm like, this is... yeah, I miss that guy. And when the show ends, it's gonna be really tough. Because he's gonna be done, you know? What a sad...
So are you looking forward to seeing him again when you start filming?
Yeah, and also we've talked about like movies or shortened seasons, 6 episode releases. But I will never say, I will never keep Sam alive just to keep him alive. If somebody's not committed to him and his character, writing-wise, then I'd rather he live in our memories, you know? But yeah, I miss that factor. All right, love you. Thank you guys.
Delete the last 5 to 10 minutes of... Oh, there's so many phones. My mom's gonna see that. This is embarrassing. But it's Magic Mike. Which is also embarrassing. Poor Channing. He's done 2 of them now? Is he working on a 3rd one? Probably. Slut. I'm just kidding. I love him. I don't know him. He's probably a slut. Thank you. Hi.
Oh, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I have a question for Dean. We were playing Would You Rather, and we figured this would be probably a hard question for Dean. Would you rather give up your 5 favorite kinds of food or give up sex forever as Dean? Including pie and hamburgers.
Oh no, Dean could live on salad for fine. That's cool. No, you didn't. You know.
Well, we thought he was gonna go for the sex.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Oh yes.
Sex. S-E-X. Let's be clear.
Misha thought it was a stupid question too.
I don't think it's a stupid question. If you, yeah, because like, let's see, top 5 favorite foods would be pie, burgers, tacos, maybe pizza, and beer. And I think he could probably put those aside if he had to, because he's a lover of the ladies. One of the many things we have in common. Thank you. Hi.
Hello. I'm always fascinated with how accurate the lore is in Supernatural. Like the writers do a really good job of like telling actual stories that actually exist. And there's actually really good podcast lore if no one's ever listened to it. But has there ever been a character or anything on the show that like you do additional research on? Like you're like, well, that's kind of an interesting thing, and I wonder if there's something more to that.
A lot of times if they're introducing kind of a new subject or a new storyline or a new lore, they'll put in the script a description of where it's based from, where it came from, the history, and you know, all the background of that particular lore or character or monster or whatever it is. So we're fortunate enough to have writers do a lot of the due diligence for us. And
It's really awesome.
yeah, no, and they're amazing. Like there's a reason that the stories continue to be intriguing, in my opinion, for 12 years, because we really have amazing writers and writers' assistants, and the whole office down there in LA is they're pretty incredible with what they come up with, and they do their research, they do the work.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Hey. It's not working. I can hear you. I'll repeat the question. Go ahead.
I think that the most amazing thing about Dean is his ability to show his feeling without saying a word. And that's because of you. So first of all, I want to thank you for being such an amazing actor. And in the episode...
She's just complimenting me right now. She's saying that I'm a moderate actor, and that my feelings are kind of portrayed well on the script. I'm sorry, is it working now?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
I say that you're an amazing actor.
Thank you.
So, in the episode regarding Dean, you had to face a new challenge, which was portraying a new version of Dean. So my question is, what were the differences and difficulties between that specific version and the other ones?
That was one of my favorite episodes of the season, simply because it was, and I think I've said this before, so if I'm repeating myself to a few of you, then forgive me, but it gave me a chance to really play. And as somebody that enjoys portraying a character for a living, to, after 12 years of doing so, to be given an opportunity to really kind of stretch different sides or different facets of the character was exciting and fun, and it was. I just remember there was a lot of comedy that I was able to do, which I love. I don't think I'm a comedic actor. I think I just have an affinity towards comedy filtered into drama, and all of that. I was able to do a lot of that in that particular script. But then when it kind of came full circle was when I was when Dean was in the bathroom and it was with the mirror scene.
Yeah.
And then it got to a totally different tone and kind of got real. And I remember it was at the end of the day. Been a long day. We shot all of the stuff that you saw in the motel with Rowena, her touching my nose, all of that, which wasn't scripted because Ruth's just awesome. It's so fun working with her because I never know what she's going to do. And so when she did that, I was just like, well, that caught me off guard. But she's so great because she can catch us off guard, which is hard to do. But anyway, so we shot that entire day. All of that motel stuff was in that same day, and then we moved into the bathroom, and we shot the scene between Dean and Sam, where Sam's like, "It's okay, we're gonna fix this." And then the very last thing we shot, so Jared gets wrapped, Ruth is wrapped, and they set up a camera right in front of the sink. So there's no mirror, it's just a camera lens, maybe this far from me. And then camera operator, focus puller, boom operator, dolly grip, and then like the whole crew. And I just remember thinking, I was like, okay, just imagine it's a mirror. And thank God I have a good imagination. And I remember telling John Badham, who directed that episode, I remember telling John, I was like, look, it's late, everybody wants to go home, this is the last scene of the day, just keep the cameras rolling. I'm just gonna go through the scene a couple of times. So normally you do the scene and you cut, right? Cut, the bell goes off, everybody breathes a sigh of relief. Okay, we're one take down. Take two, they come in with a marker, they slate it, they roll camera, roll sound, that whole thing. I just was like, listen, we're not rolling film anymore, so just let the camera roll. It's digital. It's ones and zeros, that's all it is. Let the camera roll and let me just do this a couple of times and get myself into this. Let me imagine that the mirror is in front of me and not a camera and an operator and a focus puller and whatever. So John just let me go, and I was really happy with the way that turned out, and I hope you guys were too. So. Yeah. I do remember, because it was one take, but I did the scene like 3 times, and then they yelled cut after I did it 3 times, and I think they used the third rendition, maybe the second rendition, I don't remember, one of them, but they yelled cut, and I was like, nailed it, good night guys. And then that was it, I just walked to my trailer and we were done with the day. But getting it in one take is always kind of a prideful thing, and it also helps production because we can move along quicker. But nailing it in one take, even like the dolly grip, like when they yell cut, I'll just hear nailed it. It's a common saying on our show. Thank you. Hi.
Hi. So I just wanted to first of all say that in episode 22, the scene between you and Mary, you were phenomenal. And I think a lot of people agree with that.
I haven't seen it.
It was really good.
Honestly, like I don't know how that turned out. That was kind of one of those things where you just throw it out there and kind of like the mirror scene. Like I haven't seen it, so it was okay.
It was really good. Very nice. So my question is that Dean kind of got his moment with Mary in terms of letting out how he felt, and I think it was much needed throughout the season, so it felt more like a build-up. And at the same time, I feel like that Sam didn't really get to let out any of his anger or frustration maybe throughout the season as much. And maybe the reason why that he wanted to lead rather than be a follower, and the way that Dean kind of said, okay, you can do this because you've got this, was because he needs to let it out. Did you feel that maybe Sam needs to show more emotion, maybe in terms of anger and frustration? Did you feel that?
Possibly. Yeah, it could have been a little bit more troubling for him. But I think given the context of the storylines and the fact that, you know, Mom was involved with the British Middle Letters, and he kind of got roped into being a part of that. Sure, he could have been upset. And everything all right? Is there a fire alarm? Do we need to leave the building? Misha's photo op? So nobody needs to leave then. It's too easy. So I don't know. I think it was fine. I think it was. I mean, look, I'm not going to tell Jared that he played a scene wrong, because I think his choices, in my opinion, he makes right choices. I think he does a pretty good job of portraying Sam. And I would never question his motives for portraying that character. I will, however, give him little, like if I see him doing a scene and I maybe think that could have been, this moment could have been better, or this line could have been highlighted a little bit more, or he was missing a piece of the story.